In the shadowy corridors of history, secrets lie buried, just waiting for the right moment to emerge into the light. Among these are the chilling tales of the CIA's sleep experiments, those clandestine operations shrouded in mystery and deception. Declassified documents long hidden from public view reveal the dark underbelly of a government agency willing to push the limits of human endurance. These files, once thought lost, tell a story of manipulation and control, where the boundaries of ethical science were not just blurred but honestly obliterated. As the Cold War raged on, fear and paranoia gripped the world, and the CIA sought any means necessary to gain an edge over their adversaries. It was a time when the ends often justified the means, no matter how inhumane those means might be. Sleep, a fundamental human necessity, became a tool of power and destruction in the agency's hands. The belief was simple yet terrifying. Control sleep, and you control the mind. The revelations of these experiments are not just stories from the past, but, really, cautionary tales for the present. They remind us of the lengths to which power can go unchecked, hidden beneath layers of secrecy. As we delve into this narrative, the line between fact and fiction blurs, leaving us to question the true extent of what we know. The origins of Project MKUltra can be traced back to the early 1950s, a time when the United States was embroiled in a fierce ideological battle with the Soviet Union. The CIA, driven by the fear of communist brainwashing techniques, embarked on a series of covert operations designed to explore mind control. Among these experiments, sleep deprivation emerged as a promising avenue. The agency believed that by manipulating sleep, they could break down mental defenses and reshape human consciousness. MKUltra was not just about sleep. It was an umbrella for various experiments, each more unethical than the last. The program's architects were convinced that the human mind could be weaponized, and that sleep deprivation could unlock the secrets of the psyche. This belief was not without precedent. Historical accounts of sleep deprivation as a form of torture date back centuries. However, the CIA's approach was systematic and scientific, albeit devoid of morality. The project gained momentum as scientists, doctors, and psychologists were recruited under the guise of national security. They were tasked with exploring the limits of human endurance with little regard for the consequences. This dark chapter in American history reflects a time when the pursuit of power eclipsed ethical considerations, leaving a legacy of suffering and secrecy. Among the many experiments conducted under MKUltra, one stands out for its sheer audacity and brutality: the sleep deprivation experiment on prisoners. The subjects, often chosen without their consent, were kept awake for days on end, subjected to psychological torment in the guise of scientific research. The goal was simple, yet sinister: to force wakefulness and observe the resulting mental breakdown. Prisoners were placed in isolated cells, deprived of any sense of time or reality. To ensure they remained awake, a colorless, odorless gas was pumped into their cells, preventing them from succumbing to the natural urge to sleep. This method was as effective as it was cruel, stripping away the prisoners' autonomy and reducing them to mere subjects in a twisted study. As the days wore on, the effects of sleep deprivation became apparent. The prisoners' mental states deteriorated rapidly, leading to hallucinations, paranoia, and a complete loss of identity. The experiment was both a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, and at the same time, a grim illustration of its fragility when pushed beyond its limits. The psychological and physical toll of prolonged wakefulness was both fascinating and horrifying to the observers of the CIA's experiments. In the initial days, subjects exhibited signs of mild confusion and irritability. However, as the deprivation continued, their conditions worsened dramatically. By the second day, prisoners began to experience intense anxiety and heightened sensitivity to stimuli. By the third day, the human mind began to unravel. Subjects reported vivid hallucinations, seeing and hearing things that weren't there. The line between reality and illusion blurred, and the prisoner's grasp on sanity slipped away. Physical symptoms also manifested: trembling hands, bloodshot eyes, and a gaunt appearance that spoke to the body's desperate need for rest. By the fourth day, the psychological breakdown was almost complete. Subjects became paranoid, convinced they were being watched or hunted. They exhibited signs of acute stress, and their attempts at coherent speech turned into incoherent mumbling. The experiment had transformed them into shells of their former selves, highlighting the terrifying power of sleep deprivation as a tool of control. Eyewitness accounts from the CIA's sleep experiments paint a haunting picture of human suffering and ethical violations. Declassified documents reveal chilling details of the experiments, with descriptions of subjects' mental states that read like horror stories. One observer noted the glazed, hollow look in the prisoners' eyes, a testament to the depths of their despair. A former CIA operative, speaking under the condition of anonymity, recounted the atmosphere of the experiments. It was like watching a nightmare unfold, they said. We were so focused on the potential outcomes that we lost sight of the human cost. These accounts, once buried under layers of secrecy, now serve as a stark reminder of the moral lines that were crossed in the name of science. The declassified files also reveal the meticulous nature of the experiments. Detailed logs were kept of each subject's physical and psychological state, documenting their descent into madness. These records, once seen as mere data points, now stand as evidence of the inhumanity that characterized the CIA's pursuit of knowledge. Despite the disturbing nature of these experiments, much remains hidden behind a curtain of secrecy. Many documents related to MKUltra were destroyed in 1973, on orders from CIA Director Richard Helms. Those that survived were heavily redacted, with entire sections blacked out, leaving gaps in the narrative that may never be filled. The destruction of files and the redaction of key details suggest a deliberate effort to conceal the true extent of the program. Some scientists involved in the experiments disappeared without a trace, their fates as mysterious as the experiments themselves. The lack of accountability and transparency has fueled speculation and conspiracy theories, adding to the program's mystique. The CIA's attempts to bury the truth only serve to highlight the ethical breaches committed under MKUltra. The secrecy surrounding the program raises questions about the limits of governmental power and the potential for abuse when oversight is lacking. As more information comes to light, the true scope of these experiments may finally be revealed. The legacy of the CIA's sleep experiments lingers in the shadows, a dark reminder of what can happen when science is wielded without conscience. The psychological scars left on the subjects serve as a testament to the human cost of unchecked ambition. Yet, despite the passage of time, the full truth remains elusive, hidden behind a veil of secrecy. The experiments have become a cautionary tale, warning of the dangers of prioritizing power over ethics. They serve as a reminder that the pursuit of knowledge must be tempered with humanity, lest we repeat the mistakes of the past. The stories of those who suffered are a call to action, urging us to demand transparency and accountability from those in power. As we reflect on the dark history of MKUltra, we must also consider the broader implications of such experiments. The potential for abuse in the name of science is a constant threat, one that requires vigilance and oversight to prevent. The shadows of the past may linger, but they also illuminate the path forward, guiding us towards a more ethical future. The question of whether such experiments could happen again is a chilling one, fraught with implications for the future. Despite the revelations of MKUltra, the potential for similar abuses remains. The advancement of technology and the ever-present desire for control create an environment ripe for exploitation. The lessons of the past must inform our present actions. We must remain vigilant, ensuring that the pursuit of scientific knowledge does not come at the cost of human dignity. The balance between security and ethics is a delicate one, and history has shown us the dangers of tipping the scales too far in one direction. As we ponder the possibility of history repeating itself, we must also consider the role of oversight and transparency. Without these safeguards, the potential for abuse remains high. The stories of MKUltra serve as a warning, reminding us of the moral responsibility that accompanies scientific discovery. In the end, the story of the CIA's sleep experiments is a haunting reflection of humanity's potential for both greatness and atrocity. It is a tale of ambition unchecked by ethics, of power pursued without regard for the human cost. The revelations of MKUltra force us to confront the darker aspects of our nature, urging us to learn from the past. The final question remains, what other secrets lie buried, waiting to be uncovered? The specter of MKUltra looms large, a reminder of the hidden depths of governmental power. As we move forward, we must remain vigilant, ensuring that the lessons of the past inform our actions and guide us towards a more ethical future. The chilling legacy of MKUltra serves as a call to action, urging us to demand accountability and transparency from those in power. In the quest for knowledge and security, we must never forget the human cost. The shadows of the past may linger, but they also illuminate the path forward, guiding us towards a more ethical future.